The Shema represents much more than the cardinal statement of Jewish faith in one God. The prayer also encapsulates Judaism's mission in the world, from the time of Abraham until this very day. Rabbi Avram Trugman continues with his series on the Shema, explaining how to take the time to contemplate the depth of philosophical and spiritual wisdom encoded within the words of the Shema.
One of the most important lessons in life is when things aren't going our way, not to throw up our hands and give up and think, where is God? God is not here, God doesn't hear, God doesn't care. When we say that God is one, it means whatever we're going through, whatever the world is going through. Again, I would be the first one to admit that many times we simply do not understand God's ways. We don't understand how God's oneness is manifest in a world of duality, of good and evil, and all that that entails. But the idea of nothing being as whole as a broken heart, one of the meanings of the four-letter name of God that is mentioned in the Shema is that this is God's quality of compassion, of mercy, and of love. And we're told that God created the world because he wanted to give. He wanted a relationship. He wanted to love, and he wanted to be loved. Of course, this is a very wide philosophical discussion that we cannot delve into right now. But this idea that one of the essential qualities of God is compassion and love and caring, we'll call it for better or for worse, we usually don't learn those lessons until our hearts have been broken. Not just in love, through sickness or tragedy or concern with the state of the world. When we feel deeply the pain of the world, of another person, our own pain, and on a deep level, God's pain at what mankind has done with the free will that he gave us. See, God, most of the time, has to play by the rules that he makes. And once he gave mankind free choice, it has to be for real. So he has to allow mankind to rise or fall on its choices. Sometimes God does intervene when we're about to go over the cliff as individuals or a community or a nation or the world. But again, for better or for worse, we learn such important lessons through feeling other people's pain. So that's what it means. There's nothing as whole as a broken heart. In a sense, I'd like to give a bracha that we never have to experience getting there with a broken heart, but it seems that that's how God has made his world, and so we shouldn't be afraid of feeling other people's pain. A lot of people want to close themselves not because they don't want to feel other people's pain, but they're afraid of the emotions that feeling other people's pains will bring up in themselves. And people are afraid of unpleasant feelings, but we shouldn't be. When something tragic happens, we should feel that pain, not to be incapacitated by it, not to give up faith because of it, not shutting down because of it, emotionally or spiritually. But to feel pain actually leads us to a great wholeness. It is a long-standing tradition in Judaism that if a person is aware that they're about to pass away, that they recite the Shema. There are many, many stories told of literally millions of people in the Holocaust that went to their deaths saying the Shema. So it's not a theoretic idea. It applies to the individual, but we saw it in mass during the Holocaust. But also connected to this, very interesting, is when we go to sleep at night, we also say the Shema, because who knows if they're going to wake up? We assume so, but we don't know so. So we say the Shema before we go to sleep, because maybe our souls will leave us. And that is what helps us transition from this world to the world to come, from being awake to sleep. And it shows our total faith that in this world, the next world, God is one.